Listen, despite what you continue to hear and see, we are designed to have unity within femininity and masculinity. What does that look like? We're going to jump into it. Let's explore part 3 of Ready for My Wife. What a kingdom man looks for in a kingdom woman. Oh, I'm mic'd up. Let's mix it up. Good people. What's going on, family? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day in a great way. Really do. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button on this video. It's going to be an explosion of inspiration and information. I guarantee that much. While you're hitting the thumbs up button on the video, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. I don't want you to be a ghost follower. Hit the subscribe button. We're going to have a courageous conversation. Welcome to part 3 of Ready for My Wife. What a kingdom man looks for in a kingdom woman. Now, if you're ready, just type ready. Come on, family. If you're ready, type ready. You are now tuned in to the channel for change, the channel that creates change, the channel that breaks chains. What does a kingdom man look for? Let's explore. Told you when we first started this, because we're on part 3 now. But I told you the first one. Kingdom man is looking for a kingdom woman who's focused. Secondly, kingdom man is looking for a kingdom woman who is fruitful. Number 3, part 3, a kingdom man is looking for a kingdom woman who is feminine. Oh, yeah. Focused, fruitful, feminine. Gonna get spicy. It's going to get a little cayenne pepper-ish. I love y'all. I hope you love me. A man who has the qualities of a husband is a covenant companion. Yes, he is. He's a masculine covenant companion. Not domineering. He's not controlling. If anything, he's dominating his purpose. He listens as God leads him. He listens as God leads him. Why, my dear queen? So that he can lead you. There's no leadership without fellowship. Also, there's not going to be no fellowship without leadership. So guess what? He follows. That's why he can lead. He's a man who's led. That's why he can lead. My dear sister from another mister, don't you want a king who's led? Because as a man, yeah, I'm the man, this, that, and the other. But who are you in submission to? God has to be the head of your life. Then also he places other positive individuals in your life as well who can give you sound wisdom, accountability partners, revelation, insight. He listens as God leads him. He has a vision. And because he has a vision, he takes action. A vision without a plan is a hallucination. A dream without a plan is just a wish. Kingdom man, he has a vision, he takes action. He's disciplined in his mind. He's disciplined in his body. He's disciplined in his spirit. He's disciplined in his emotions. He has emotional intelligence. And here's the thing, just because you're emotional doesn't mean you have emotional intelligence. Well, I'm very emotional, and so I know my emotional intelligence. I lie. Nothing wrong with having emotions, but emotions are bad leaders. You can't allow yourself to be led by your emotions. You got to have your emotions in check. Kingdom man prays. The kingdom man protects. The kingdom man provides. The kingdom man is the priest of his home. He possesses the strength to love. What does he do? He elevates his woman. He speaks to the queen in her. He champions her achievements. He's not intimidated. Why? Because whoever you intimidate will be who you eliminate. He understands this, that a win for you is a win for me too. He knows that you don't just soar as high as your dream, you soar as high as your team. He's a teammate, not an opponent. Come on, family, type teammate. He elevates his woman. He speaks to the queen in her. He's a gentleman. He's a genuine gentleman. He's a gentleman who's genuine. Genuine enough to lead with integrity. Genuine enough to embrace and love your femininity. And understand that masculinity and femininity, there's unity. We're not competitors, we're collaborators. We're not opponents, we're teammates. So here's what he doesn't do. He doesn't avoid self-development. He doesn't avoid being a critical thinker. He doesn't avoid self-improvement. And he understands, here it is, self-improvement is about more than just going to LA Fitness. Self-improvement is about more than just going to Powerhouse. But what am I doing to be a powerhouse as a man? Self-improvement is about personal involvement. So what does he do? He uplifts people in his life. Maybe he mentors. Maybe he is a father. Maybe he's not a father, but he's a father figure. Maybe he gives back to his community so that he can push people forward and move people forward. He surrounds himself with wise counsel. He understands this, that a know-it-all really knows nothing at all. And so when he's in the room of greatness, he understands that he wasn't necessarily always in the room just to speak, but in many cases he was in the room to listen. He's preparing his life for his wife. Come on, family, type what a man, what a mighty good man. Yeah, salt and cayenne pepper. Salt and cayenne pepper. Yeah, I met Salt in the airport some years ago. Very, very wonderful lady. Amazing. Witty, wise woman. It's a pleasure. Here's the thing about a feminine woman. Talking about femininity. Family, type feminine. Type feminine. Feminine. Feminine is about more than products. Feminine is about a person. And here's the thing, a kingdom woman doesn't have to be masculine. A kingdom woman is feminine. Now, why would I say that? I say this because it seems as if these days, many of our girls are socialized to be masculine. We could talk about the emasculation of boys, but oftentimes the emasculation of boys precipitates the masculinization of our girls. Yeah, when I was teaching in school, I saw in many cases how Mean Girls is more than just a show. Some mean girls beating up boys, grabbing them, putting them up against a locker. I'm like, hey, no. But you know, kids will be kids when you're not around. Girls were tough. And what I began to see is how mean and surly oftentimes many of the girls were. Sometimes you see that the mothers were the same way. And here's what we do. We generally just look at the behavioral aspects on the outside. And it's easy to give up. It's easy to have to just say, we're just going to throw these kids away. No. Shout out to the teachers who really have a heart to care. The counselors, the social workers who really have a heart to care, to probe deeper into the issues behind the behavior. Can't talk about the fruit without looking at the root. And the behavior is the disease, but the symptoms identify the dis-ease. It identifies the root cause of what we're seeing in the fruit of the behavior. And here's the thing. When you get to know the mothers, you get to see what the daughters have oftentimes been through. You get to hear what in many cases the daughters are grappling with. The book by Dr. Joy DeGroy, Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, says that we are in adulthood, speaks to the fact of what it is that we experience in our adulthood. Dr. Sigmund Freud said we are in adulthood what we have experienced in childhood. Dr. Joy DeGroy mentions that we carry in our DNA the generational baggage and the trauma that has been ancestral, passed from generation to generation, comes with trauma and triggers, trials, test in tempestuous situations. Sometimes it brings tears to your eyes. Sometimes it just hurts your heart. Because herein lies the fact that there's a lot of disappointment. There's a lot of rage. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of pain that has oftentimes hardened the hearts, much less the essence of a woman. Family, just type essence. Type essence. Essence is more than just a festival. Essence is more than just a magazine. Essence is about how you maximize your purpose. Essence speaks to the fact that you're divinely designed with a purpose in mind. You're unique. Some of you have hardened your heart to your husband. You've hardened your heart to your fiance. You've hardened your heart in your relationship. And now you're trying to be as tough as the man is. And he's missing your sensitivity. The heart of your husband wants you to be feminine. Family, I love the essence of this channel. I really do. If you're not a member at all, tap the join button on this channel. You can unlock membership benefits. Membership has its privileges. You're going to get content that you don't get here. You go get it there as you become a member of this YouTube channel. Tap the join button, unlock VIP, royalty, OQP. Subscribe on one of those particular levels. Thumbs up this live, family. Thumbs up this live. Of course, my teaching goes beyond, further and farther, beyond where it is here. I want you to be a part of our Eagles community. I'm teaching there what I don't teach here. Where's there? TheEaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. And I hear your heart. I hear your heart as we're talking about part 3, ready for my wife, what a kingdom man looks for in a kingdom woman. What a kingdom man desires in a kingdom woman. I guarantee you it is femininity. Well, I ain't gonna let no man hurt me. I ain't finna let no other man hurt me. I'm gonna dish out all the pain before he ever dishes it out to me. So you gonna talk to me in your kind of way. You gonna growl and scowl. I mean, I get it. You tried to be the best woman that you could be in that previous relationship. That man hurt you. Now it hardens your heart. Maybe you're a daddyless daughter. Daddy wasn't there for you. And now here it is, you carry that scar. Maybe your father was locked up in prison. Maybe it is that your dad couldn't be there for you simply because he could not understand how to, in many cases, separate you from the mother. So here's what he did. Sadly, he divorced himself from you. Unintentionally. Because here's the thing. This is what's been said. When kids grow up, they idolize their dad. When friction takes place or divorce happens, they demonize their dad. And then as time goes on, they humanize their dad. I don't know what place you're in. Maybe you're in the place to where you demonize. Maybe you're in the place to where you humanize. But it doesn't take away the emotional incarceration or psychological pain of being a daddyless daughter. Or here's the thing. Maybe it hurts even more because when he was there, he wasn't there. He was physically present, emotionally, spiritually, mentally absent. Or maybe you're carrying the mother wound. To where maybe you and your mama had friction simply because you was just like her. You were just like her. So y'all were always butting heads. Y'all were always clashing. And because you clashed so much, she couldn't be the mother to you that you desired for her to be. Maybe she was dealing with other mother wounds to where she couldn't give you the type of affection that you needed. And so now you're searching, you're reaching but never grasping. And oftentimes, maybe even a mother might indoctrinate the psychosocial negative generational philosophy into her children. And if you knew her pain, could you really fault her for it? So the daughter hears this. Your daddy ain't no good. The son hears it. Daddy ain't no good. Now here it is. He don't want to be a man. You're so independent to where you decide to not even rely on one. Right? The house is out of order. Why? Because the man is out of place. The nuclear family. There's nuclear warfare in the nuclear family. Are you hearing me? Come on, family. Type fight for the family. A house divided against itself cannot stand. And hear me, when the house can't stand, the community can't stand. The community can't stand against violence. When the house can't stand, the school can't stand. When the house can't stand, here it is, you can't stand each other. Can't stand your sister or your brother. Don't see that you are your brother's keeper, much less your sister's protector. And so as a result, here's what happens. There becomes a domino effect from generation to generation. Oh, this conversation is tight. Courageous conversation. So here's the thing. Because of all of these things that I have mentioned, all of these things that transpire in our relationships and our connections interpersonally, women have been forced to assume the masculine role. As I'm giving you this special message, I got a special message for you. Yeah, I don't want you to go nowhere. Stick and stay. More is coming your way. On the other side of this break is more breakthrough. After these messages, I'm coming right back. Family, listen and lean in. Don't you think it's time to grow your greatness? No, seriously, it's just us talking. If you intend to soar, you need to visit theeaglesacademy.com/store. Why? Because I want you to join my mailing list. I want you to get all the solutions, the strategies, and the systems to write that best-selling book. You know it's in you. You know it's your time. Time to cultivate your communication skills. Develop, learn the art of communication. So much more. Visit theeaglesacademy.com/store so you can soar. Yes, y'all. And we don't stop. I want you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. As I mentioned, women have been forced to assume the masculine role. That's why you're going to get songs about independent woman. Miss Independent. Yeah, by Neo, because you're caught in a matrix. Yeah. That's why you're going to get INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? She got her own house. She got her own car. Two kids, 3 jobs. I don't know. Maybe I'm remixing the song. That's why you're going to get these things. Yeah, it's comedic. It's comedic, but it's also realistic. Women have assumed the masculine role, oftentimes being forced to in the household, on the job, in the relationship, or within the matrix of a marriage. That's why every now and then you'll see a woman proposing to a man on your timeline. Why is that? Because here it is. In her mind, I lead everything else. Proposing ain't nothing. I do the proposals at the job. I do the proposals in my business as a CEO. I do the proposals as a domestic engineer. I do the proposals working with my children and raising them. Why would I not propose to a man either? Sounds asinine. Not condoning it. We got to confront it. I lead everything else. Why wouldn't I lead this? Because here's the thing. As a man, when a woman sees and senses that you don't have any direction, the alarm goes off. Yeah. She could sniff it out. He don't know what he doing. Girl, let me tell you about this man. Child, please, Lord help. Lord help, he fine, but ain't worth my time. Come on. Because you don't have any direction. Here's what she says. I better leave this thing, or this relationship will sink like the Titanic. Let me say this. Let me say this, sis. Let me say this, queen. In the midst of all of the melee and the mess and much of the relationship banter that becomes a battle of the sexes, 50-50 conversations. Who should buy this? Who should do that? Gender roles. New age, new generation, millennial marriages. In the midst of all of this, don't lose your gentleness because of life's hardness. I need you to hear me. Don't stop being a good woman because somebody treated you bad. Don't stop being a good kingdom woman because somebody treated you bad. Don't stop being a good woman because of a bad relationship or a marred marriage. Here's the thing. Don't leave a marred marriage with rage. Give God the pen. Write a new chapter. Flip the page. Stop rereading the last page. Stop rereading the last chapter. I need you to not see femininity as frailty. Did you? Come on, come here. I want to do, I got some courageous queens who are watching me right now who gonna type this. I love being feminine. Yeah. We'll see how quickly you type that one. If I say blessings, I can't even get it out all the way, and it's on the paper. It's in the chat. Come on, I love being feminine. Come on, ladies. Being femininity is not about your frailty. Femininity doesn't mean that you're a slave. Femininity doesn't mean that you're weak. Femininity, I need you to hear me, does not mean that you're a pick-me. Oh yeah, you know what that is. Hey, over here. Hey, over here. As if you're just brainless. No. It doesn't mean that you're weak and you're helpless. It doesn't mean that you're just willing to be a doormat for a man. Why? Because a gentle man wants you to be a gentle woman. What do I mean? Femininity is about more than an outward adornment. Femininity is about more than outward action. You know what femininity is? Femininity is an inward disposition. It's not an outward action. It's not an outward adornment. It's an inward disposition. It's not about what's on your head. It's about what's in your heart. It's not about your cleavage. It's about your character. It's not about your behind. It's about your mind. It's not about your heels. It's about you keeping your standards higher than your heels. It's about you looking to the heels from where your help comes. It's not about your manicured nails or your pedicured toes. It's what am I willing to do to roll up my sleeves, to use my hands to work my purpose? How am I walking by faith? Femininity. Like the Queen Esther that you are, because you've come into the kingdom for such a time as this. Come on, family, type queen. Type queen. Type queen. I mean this thing. Type queen. Here's another thing about femininity. Does your femininity have any emotional intelligence connected to it? Well, we got to call a spade a spade. As my mama said, can't be tipping through the tulips. Can't be walking on eggshells. Being feminine, I need you to hear me. Come on, family, type HTA, hard truth alert. Can I teach it how I hear it? Can I teach it how I feel it? Can I make it do what it do? Can I set the tone on the microphone? You know where it is. Being feminine is about more than getting your nail done, hair done, everything did. Are you fancy, huh? Being feminine is about more than you putting on your makeup. It's about more than you wearing heels. It's about more than you wearing a form-fitting skirt. And hear me, don't stop doing that either. Don't stop, get it. Uncle Luke told me to tell you. Don't stop, get it. He told me to tell you that. I don't want you to stop doing that. That's beautiful. You look beautiful when you do that. You look amazing. Yeah, your foundation. I ain't just talking about the foundation you put on your face either. How about having one? Your femininity is important. You're fruitful. You're focused. Being feminine unveils a certain aura. What does it unveil? It unveils a certain ambiance that your presence exudes. When you step into the boardroom, when you step into the schoolroom, when you walk across the stage for more than just a fashion show. No, but to share your testimony in grand fashion. Your femininity comes with a certain grace. It's a flavorful favor. I need you to hear me. Your favor has a flavor. Can't take that for granted. Because here's the thing. In a world where women are acting tougher, looking tougher, you separate yourself from the pack because your femininity and your quality of being a lady, the essence of who it is that you are, it never goes out of style. Listen, you are not a trend. You set the culture. Your femininity, your fragrance, femininity, here it is about more than how you look. Your femininity is a fragrance. Is your femininity a fragrance or is it an odor? Based upon your personality. Is it a magnet for the right man? Or does it repel the right man? Is it a magnet for the wrong one and repelling the right one? Hear me, because your femininity comes with a confidence. You got to walk confidently in your femininity. You got to embrace who you are. You got to love the skin that you're in. And here's the thing. You're so focused on how she looks. You're so focused on what she has. You're so focused on who she is that you don't even know who you are. Much less whose you are. And you'll never know who you are until you know whose you are. It's about you learning to love yourself. It's about you embracing your value and you knowing your worth. And you keep telling yourself, yeah, I know my worth and I'm going to add tax. But why you keep feeling like you discounted? Walk with your head high. Walk with your brilliance and your smile. Why? Because your smile is your first business card. You keep saying your face card ain't never declined. It is if you don't smile. That man who God sent your way really wanted to approach you, but you looked unapproachable. Why? Because you had so many things going on up in here that what you were thinking in here affected how you looked out there. Are you hearing me? I'm talking about looking straight ahead of you, not looking down at the floor, not looking as if you dropped something. No. Chin up, queen, chin up. Come on. Family, type chin up, chin up. Chin up, queen. Lift up your head, O ye gates, be ye lifted up. Yeah, you know how to lift up your assets. Woo! Why wouldn't you lift up your chin? Because you are an asset. You are your greatest asset. Your greatest asset is not what's below the waist. It's not what's below the neck. It's what's above the neck. It's your mind, it's your mentality, it's your spirit, it's your soul, it's your goal, it's your ideas, it's your impact, it's your influence. A man is looking for that, the right one. Your femininity is a fragrance. Come on, family, type fragrance. Your femininity is more fragrant than Jean-Paul Gaultier. Your femininity is more fragrant than Thierry Mugler, Angel. Your femininity is more fragrant than J'adore, than Chanel number 5, because you number 1. Listen, this is not about you being arrogant. This is about you being confident. I'm confident of this very thing, that he that hath begun a good work in me shall perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. And whether you're light-skinned, whether you're caramel complected, whether you're brown-skinned, whether you're dark chocolate, whatever hue that speaks to you. Black don't crack, brown won't let you down, beige don't age, tan got a plan, and lighter do you right. I think I got body. You have to love the skin that you're in. If you want a gentleman, you got to be feminine. Here's the question. Are you rude? Is your attitude off-putting? Are you mean? When you speak, is it jewels or junk that flows from your lips? Family, we're having a super conversation. Drop a super chat. Drop a super sticker. Hit the thumbs up button on this chat. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. We're talking about Ready for My Wife, part 3. Things that a kingdom man looks for in a kingdom woman. He wants to know, are you feminine? We're dealing with femininity. Got a lot of animosity. Ooh, but do we have the fragrance of femininity? The things that I said about you being rude, about you being mean and surly and nasty, off-putting, having an attitude and ain't one of gratitude, these are all the traits that impede your femininity. Because here's the thing, the real dichotomy, the thing that we really got to delineate is your personality, a fragrance, or an odor. Friendly, femininity, interconnectivity. You can't call yourself a hero for putting out a fire that you started. Family, just type soft life. Soft life. Yeah. Some of y'all posted about the soft life. Some of that is on your prayer list. Lord, bless me with the soft life. But hear me. Hear ye. You don't get the soft life by making a man's life hard. You just don't. He's not going to go out of his way to make your life softer either. Do you know what kills and cripples your femininity? Is unhealed trauma wrapped up in jealousy. Why is that? Because you have a crippling spirit of comparison. And guess what? That comparison now moves you into a place of insecurity. Because there will always be somebody who has what you don't. And you know why they'll have what you don't? Because you keep focusing on what you don't have. Versus shining the spotlight on what it is that God blessed you to have. Because if you focus on what you don't have, you won't have. Who does she think she is? She thinks she all that. Well, the she that you're referring to can be a blessing to you. Possibly she could sow into your vision. She could become your prayer partner. But you're jealous of her. Make it make sense. The math ain't mathing. And hear me, more than attractability and compatibility is their purposeful suitability. Just because the person is attractive don't mean you're compatible. Well, I've been to all the seminars. I've been to all the conferences. I've been to all the sessions. I've been to all the counseling and the therapy sessions. You done all that work internally, but you won't smile at nobody. Knowing you divorced or knowing you were engaged, the man let you keep the ring, but you still gonna wear it on your left hand knowing you ain't got nobody because you just want to shoo everybody away. Simply because you're still feeling hurt about something. You don't want to let nobody close to you. Family, type this: healing looks good on you. Healing looks good on you. Did all that work internally, but you still won't smile at nobody? You still ain't gonna give nobody a chance? You a kingdom woman, but you a hard woman? Make it make sense. I need you to hear me. I need you to hear me real loud and clearly. Your femininity is needed and is necessary. Is needed. We need your femininity. We need your essence. We need your nature that nurtures. You're a nurturer by nature. We need the way that you think. We need your panoramic ideas. We need your details. Because you can still be feminine and be dignified. You can still be feminine and say, listen, I don't take no mess. You can still be feminine and not be a doormat. You can still be feminine and be elegant and be classy and be virtuous all at the same time. Why? Because you're not one-dimensional, you're multidimensional. Proverbs 31. Come on, family, type Proverbs 31. Proverbs 31. Here are some proverbs from Proverbs. Said this: strength and dignity are her clothing. Notice this: not Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Strength, dignity. Another version says this: she smiles at the future. Come on, family. Put your biggest smile emoji in the chat. Yeah, that's it. Easy breezy beautiful cover girl. I know life has been anything but easy breezy beautiful for you, but the most courageous one of you can still smile. Why? Because you're not a cover girl, you're a covered girl. Yeah. Cover girl knows she ain't got to show everything. She can remain covered because she's covered, and she can still be beautiful. She can still attract. She can still be all that in a bag of Bibles, all that in a skirt and scriptures. Smile at the future. Wave at the past. Smile at the future. The most beautiful part of you, the greatest curve on your body, I need you to hear me. The greatest curve on your body is not your cleavage. It's not your hips that makes men trip. It's not your fingertips. It's the smile. Because you found beauty from your scars. You were able to smile through sadness. You were able to smile through the scars. And don't stop being who it is that you are to appease other folks. Don't let bad situations stop you from being a good person. Don't let bad situations stop you from being a good kingdom woman. I want to ask you, why did you stop smiling? Why'd you stop smiling? You know why you stopped smiling. Simply because you kept thinking about all the things that went wrong versus smiling and thinking about what's going to go right. I know you cried. The next cry is going to be not over the man who left. It's going to be over the one that's coming. Next cry is going to be not over the house that you lost, but the one that you're getting ready to step into. The next cry that you let out, it's not going to be about the doubt. It's going to be about the faith that you're walking by, that God ordained. Because it's not about what's on you. It's about complementing and completing the gift, the talent, the calling, and the purpose that's so ingrained within you. Here's when you lose your femininity. You lose your femininity when you lose your identity. Don't lose your identity. Don't lose your femininity. You are much more valuable than you realize. You're a queen. Come on, family, type wear your crown. Come on, queen, wear your crown. Strength and dignity are her clothing. She smiles at the future. Got your feminine frame. You're a gentle woman. Prepared for a gentle man. And he just want to know, are you feminine? He just want to know, do I got a tender shoulder that I can lean on? Do I have a tender woman who's not going to beat me up, who's going to build me up? Do I have a tender woman who's not going to call me a chump, who's going to see the champion in me? Do I have a tender woman who sees herself as a queen, who can speak to the king in me? Do I got a tender woman who can be a person who doesn't bring strife, but can be the wife that improves my life? Family, type identity. Your femininity is in your identity. Don't forfeit your femininity for anybody. Don't forfeit your femininity for any situation. Don't forfeit your femininity for anything. Remain focused. Remain fruitful. Remain feminine. Come on, family, type focused. Type fruitful. Type feminine. That's what a kingdom man is looking for in a kingdom woman. You're not a loose woman, you're a loosed woman. You're loosed and you're blessed. Woman, thou art loosed. You're loose from the wrong one so that you can be loose for the right one. Because the right one's going to bless you. The right one's going to be the priest who provides, prays, and protects. He's coming, here it is, in his masculine. Not to dominate, but to innovate. Not to dominate, but to congratulate. not to dominate, but to appreciate the femininity in you. The femininity of your identity. The femininity that overcomes the complexity of life. Family, this is a great opportunity to sow into this word. Yeah, sow into this word that you've heard. You're a feminine woman. You're a queen. You are a queen on assignment in divine alignment. Us brothers, we looking for the feminine women. Yeah, I see you over there, queen. I see you. Focused. I see you fruitful. I see you feminine. Irresistible. Not just compatible, but suitable. Family, I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. This synergy between the masculinity and the femininity. We're designed not to be maligned. We're designed to be aligned. In purpose. Purposeful partnership is what it's all about. You can sow. I want you to sow where you grow. I want you to sow where you soar. I want you to sow because it's a channel for change. It's a channel that creates change. It's a channel that breaks chains. It's not as a debt that you owe. It is a seed that you sow. I want you to sow into this word that you've heard via Cash App, $Access Identity. Yes, you can sow electronically. Links are in the chat. Links are in the description. $Access Identity, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail. You can sow as well via Super Chat, Super Sticker. This has been nothing but a super conversation. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Focused, fruitful, feminine. Courageous conversation. Courageous conversation. I want you to sow into it because you are God's workmanship, created unto good works. Here it is. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. If he wanted you to be like somebody else, he'd make you look like them. Your voice, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, your idiosyncratic behavior, it would be like them if he wanted it to be. But he made you uniquely you. Everybody else is taken. You might as well be yourself. I want you to sow into the gift of what God placed inside of you. I want you to sow. My dear brother from another mother, yeah, I want you to sow. God is fashioning and forming you and preparing you to be the husband. That's a leader, a husband with a vision. My dear sister from another mister, I want you to sow into your femininity. I want you to sow into you being that queen, you being that wife. You know that improves a man's life. To do life with who it is that God gave you and who God is preparing you for. He's preparing you for who he's prepared for you. $Access Identity, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, Gmail, Super Chat, Super Sticker. I would that you would sow. Because it's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. And I want you to join my faith with yours. Whatever you believe in God for, I'm expecting him to do that and more. You're sowing into good ground. I want you to sow your seed, and as you're sowing it, I want you to name your seed. Because I believe God's going to meet the need in your life. Thank you for your love gifts. Thank you for your love gifts. Don't take it for granted at all. If you're not a part of our Eagles community, I would that you would join us there. I'm teaching what I don't teach here. I want you to join me there. Where's there? TheEaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed with other Eagles. Come on, family, drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Eagles, empowered, authentically gifted leaders envisioning success. Listen, this is not just an academy. It's a community of camaraderie. Yeah, community is the new currency. Currently, I want you to join us. Yeah, it's your launching pad to soar into greater success and greater purpose. Sharpen your mindset, your skill set, your tool set, build your heart set. Be an asset in any particular environment. Join us. I guarantee you're going to grow leaps and bounds. Spread your wings and soar with us. Tap the join button to become a member of our YouTube channel. Unlock VIP royalty, OQP. I'm giving you information, instruction, inspiration that I do not share here. Behind the scenes footage that you won't see on my social media is specifically for members. Members only, because membership has its privileges. Family, I've written about 16 books now. I want you to go and get 2 particular books. They're on Amazon. You can also get them on my website, EddieConnor.com, as signed copies. The Mask of Masculinity, How Men Can Reclaim Their Identity, Lead in Love with Vulnerability. A book for all the men and the women who love us. How to create safe space and place for men to be vulnerable with you. How to open up. Because you know, we can be like a vault door. I'm giving you more in the book Wife. Wisely inspired, faithfully empowered. Becoming the right one for the right one is not just a book for women to prepare to be a wife, but also how men can prepare to be that husband. Did this bless somebody today? I hope part 1, part 2, and part 3 did that for you and more. Family, In the Mix is out of time, but y'all know I'm not out of truth. So I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. Yeah. Yep. And we do that each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday. In the Mix. Right here on YouTube. I don't want you to be a ghost follower, so I do want you to make sure that you like. Come on, family. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. Yeah, the stream is telling you what to do. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I don't want you to be a ghost follower at all. Hit the subscribe button on this channel so that you can be notified. Yeah, let's go steady. Come on, hit the subscribe button. Yes, hit the subscription button to the channel. Follow me on all the social sites at EddieConnorJr, EddieConnorJr. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't dare hesitate to reach out to me. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, look no further. I'd be glad to empower you. I sure would. Be glad to speak at your event, your conference, your community center, your church, your school, your session, your graduation. Let's make some progression. Invite me. And you can do that via email, info@EddieConnor.com. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know a brother gotta run. But I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. So what's your ETA? Your destiny is waiting for you to launch into your next dimension. You know, I realize one of the greatest gifts that a teacher can give you is speed. What do I mean? They can take what they've learned in decades and give it to you in days, moments, and months, and give it to you and instruct you in minutes. This is exactly what I do in my Eagles community. I want you to go to the eaglesacademy.com right now to get access to my private mentorship group where I coach, teach, train, mentor you to transform your thinking by increasing your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You need to know that you were created to soar into more and become more. I want to be your coach. I want to be your tour guide to help you to navigate the landscape of your potential and take you to a place within yourself that you can't go by yourself. It's your time to move into new realms of abundance, to reimagine, reshape, rethink your life, and influence your future through your spiritual gifts, development of your purpose, the emotional intelligence, relational intelligence, business acumen, to maximize your marketplace mandate, and so much more. And our Eagles community is where we learn, we lead, we laugh, and we love on a greater level. I want you to aspire higher with us. Get your wings to win, and let's soar into more at the EaglesAcademy.com. Can't wait to see your face in our digital space.